What's going on, guys, and welcome to Mad About Football. It's again prediction time to predict game week 6. I hope everyone
Yes.
is feeling good, feeling well, keeping
Excited.
safe,
Yeah,
and
really.
excited about game week 6 of the
I
English
know.
Premier League.
I know. It's been so good, man. Bro. It's been 6 weeks, and bro, what a 6 weeks, man. All the games, but we had our first nil-nil as well. So
It
bro,
took 5 game weeks for the first
yeah,
nil-nil.
took, bro, yeah,
A lot of
yeah, man.
goals, lots
Oh,
of
bro, there's
goals.
been a lot of goals, which is great, man. We were talking about it. We were talking about it yesterday. How um, the art of defending is like not where it used to be.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean?
That's
It's not
true.
like it's rare to come by quality defenders anymore. You get what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
you need like the best defenders. You get what I mean? Because like
And
even the lower teams of the Premier League have proper strikers, like proper finishers. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's hard to come by good defenders.
Yeah, that's true. And we were saying how you need a good defense to win the league, or
Oh,
even
of
make
course,
even make
yeah,
top four. If you
yeah,
look through the Premier League's history, good defense wins you the Premier League. Look at Manchester
exactly,
City's
exactly.
defense when they had Company and
It
who else
was
was it?
Zabaleta. It was
Zabaleta,
company Zabaleta.
Otamendi,
Yeah,
Kolarov as a right back.
yeah.
They had a good defense, and Man United as well with Vidic and Ferdinand, Patrice Evra.
Gary Neville. Yeah, Valencia.
Quality defense wins you the Premier League.
Yeah, of course.
All right, should we get started with our game week 6 prediction?
Yes, all right. We'll start with the very first game, which which we both think is going to be a good game. It's going to be Aston Villa versus Leeds.
Oh, it's
So
going to be a very
two
good game.
teams, two teams that are playing very attacking football right at the moment. Villa finding a whole another wave, right, that no one expected. The form they've been on since the start of the season is crazy.
Yeah,
Leeds newly promoted, like not disappointing. You get what I mean?
yeah,
There's always that one team that comes up from the championship and
and
does
kills it.
very well.
That's true.
Kills it, exactly.
Yeah,
2 seasons ago, it was Wolves. Last season, it was Sheffield. This season, most likely Leeds. You get what I mean?
yeah.
So it'll be a very good game. Villa coming off a 1-0 win against Leicester,
Yep.
and Leeds. Did Leeds win last season?
No, they lost 1-0.
Yeah, they lost 1-0 to Wolves. So Leeds will be looking, I watched the game against Wolves. I thought Leeds were unlucky to get a point,
Yeah.
not to get a point. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Villa because they're playing just really free flowing football. They're playing very good attacking football, and we said that. Yeah, I'm going with Villa. I'm going on a 3-1 Villa win. Just because I know Leeds, like every time they go forward, they can score goals. You get what I mean? They can score goals and
That's
they're
true.
dangerous.
They have
Same
been
with
looking.
Villa.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Well, I feel Villa will look more threatening going forward. They've had a resurgence now with new signings of Ollie Watkins and Ross Barkley. Even though he's on loan, he's been in good form.
Is there an option to buy with that or no?
I don't think so. I have no idea, to be honest. I don't.
Because if there's an option to buy, man, like honestly, it'd be a massive deal, bro.
He would be a good signing for them.
Yeah, it'd
Definitely.
be a very good sign.
I want to add.
There's nothing wrong with him. You get what I mean?
Not at all. He's killing it.
Well, clearly he proved it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen Ross Barkley play this good since maybe his first
Everton
few
days?
Yeah, since Everton days. It reminds me when he first came onto the scene, and big things
He's
were
hungry.
expected.
He's very hungry.
Big
Yeah,
things
he's
were
very
expected of him back then, and he looks very hungry to rescue his career, I guess.
Exactly.
I want
what
to
are your
add.
predictions?
I want to
go on.
add that Calvin Phillips is injured, the shoulder injury.
Calvin Phillips, for who does he play for? Villa?
Leeds.
Oh, Leeds. Is he their striker?
No, Calvin Phillips.
I don't know
He's-
who Calvin Phillips is.
He's their midfield. You don't know who Calvin Phillips is.
I don't know who Calvin Phillips is. I don't care about Leeds. Fuck Leeds.
Bro, you do know who Calvin Phillips is.
No, I don't care, bro.
He's
Not part of him. I don't care, bro.
he's their main player.
Well, I guessed 3-1 Villa then, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You guessed well.
I feel, and we mentioned it. I don't know when. I think we mentioned it in our last recap, the match day 5 recap,
Yeah.
that the signing of Ross Barkley has given Jack Grealish that freedom in
That's
the
true.
midfield. You get what I
That's
mean?
true. It's
In that midfield to
yeah.
to roam, where last season he didn't have that other creative outlet to help him.
Yeah.
So it was just all him. But
Yeah.
nah.
This
I
season,
still, even
this season you see that he's there's less pressure on him now
exactly.
than there was last
he's
season.
performing. He's performing. You know what I mean? He's killing it.
He is. I'm gonna say 3-1 as well to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Because Calvin Phillips is the pivot in the middle where he allows the strikers and the
He gets
wingers
the gears rolling for him. He gets the ball
pretty much, yeah.
But no, that's all right. Okay then.
All right, let's move on
to our next one. West Ham versus Manchester City.
West Ham coming off. This is their 3rd victory in a row.
Oh no, they
drew. They drew 3-0.
They came from 3-0 down. But
they did.
3-0 down. Yeah.
They've hit some form as well.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like with Man City's Aguero's back.
Yeah, but see, last week Aguero, Sterling played, but they all looked half fit. You get what I mean?
Yeah, well, he came back. Aguero came back from 5 months sitting on the sidelines.
Well, he scored today as well in the Champions League. So
there you go.
They had a good game in the Champions League. You know, their new signing Torres scored and whatnot.
I think Kevin De Bruyne might come back. Might be back for this one. Apparently, his condition is still like 50%. But they've started training, which is a positive.
Yeah, no, which is good. Yeah, even if he comes makes an appearance off the bench, he's always that massive impact where like he could always string something, doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
I feel.
So I was going to say also Gabriel Jesus is still injured.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I feel Man City are a whole different team to Spurs. You get what I mean?
You mean to West Ham? Oh, Spurs as in last game.
Spurs, against last game. You get what I mean? So I feel like if Spurs are always looking dominant, not Spurs, City will always look to like punish. But I think with Spurs last week, they scored 3, and I felt like they were like, all right, sweet, easy win. They let off the throttle a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And that, bro, I still love, bro, that Lanzini goal was just a rocket, bro, an absolute rocket.
Such a sweet goal.
But I don't know. But see, because we really haven't seen West Ham in this kind of form in such a long time. We can't tell if they can keep up this consistency. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's still every week you're like, oh, when are they gonna drop? You get what I mean? But I'm gonna go for a City 2-0 win. I just think City, even though they're half fit, they could still like dominate this West Ham team.
I agree with you.
Now with the injury to Van Dijk and whatnot, I think City are the favourites to win the league. You get what I mean?
We'll see. I can't really put a clear winner just yet.
Well, everyone's predicting City with but they're also Fernandinho got up to 6 weeks injured.
That's true as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but also for West Ham United, that Mikel Antonio is injured.
Yeah, but bro, they haven't been needing Mikel Antonio to score. He scored a couple weeks ago, but they've been really creative without him. You know what I mean, as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go a City 2-1 win.
2-1.
Yeah.
I think City is going to be too strong, and I see it ending 2-0. 2-0 to Man City.
Beautiful.
All right, let's move on to Fulham versus Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Palace hopefully can play some attacking football for a change against a relegated, well, no, so a relegation favourite team.
Fulham, yeah.
Yeah, I want to bring up who's still injured for Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they've got 7 injuries for Crystal Palace, and Jordan Ayew is now injured. He's got coronavirus.
Oh,
Wait, sorry, he's not injured. He's got coronavirus.
With the virus. Yeah. Man, I don't know. See, I watched the Fulham Sheffield game last week, and Fulham were very attacking. Mitrovic had a terrible game, unfortunately. But Palace also haven't been in form. You get what I mean? Palace
They've been hot and cold. They've been hot and cold. They played very well against Manchester United, but ever since then they've dropped off a bit and started to play more defensive.
Like they what's it called again? I'm trying to see who else they beat. They beat United, and then they haven't won a game since yet.
They beat Southampton the first game week. 1-0.
Oh yes, sorry, yes. But ever since then, they've had two losses and a draw. Yeah. But ever since the United game, their performances haven't been convincing.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I mean? I think everyone's figured out if you want to shut down Crystal Palace, you just shut down that long ball, or you just have someone man-marking Zaha the whole time. Yeah. You get what I mean? Because especially now with Ayew out, they don't really have those any more attacking threats. You get what I mean?
That's true.
You know, they don't have the depth to replace him. They don't have players. But then also Fulham haven't got their season really running. You get what I mean? Yeah, they've had some unlucky games, but they haven't either had performed for me. So I don't know. I'm gonna say. Oh, fuck. I don't know. This one's a tough one, bro.
You know what? I'll say my prediction first.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1. No, I don't see it being a draw. I see there being a winner. You know what I mean? I'm going to go with a Fulham 2-1.
2-1 for Fulham.
I think Mitrovic will have a good game. I think he'll bounce back.
So that's the thing. I think from last game, it seems like Mitrovic's confidence has shot. Missing penalties especially plays with the forwards. With the forwards' confidence, you know.
Yeah, no, I get
like that should have went in. And then throughout the whole game,
he was just terrible. Everything he did, you know, he missed that match winner at the end.
Exactly. It seems like his head's not in the right space at the moment. And, And I think this week is going to be no different.
Well, he could have had one bad game and he could bounce back. You never know, but. We'll just have to wait and see. You get what I mean?
But it hasn't been just one game. He's ever since the Leeds game was the only. Was it second? It was the second game. Sorry, it's since the Leeds game is when he performed best. Well, since he last performed.
Okay.
And ever since then, he hasn't been.
Convincing or whatnot,
pretty much. He's been going from worst to worst.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think Fulham will pull a win. I think they need a win.
Oh, of course they need a win. Of course.
We'll move on to the mad about football game of the week, which is Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Okay, your boys versus the Blue Boys.
Yeah. So. Us coming off a 4-1 win off Newcastle, and then us beating PSG during the week, which we had a very, very good game. Like the way we were set out, the way we played it was confusing to me. I seen it, and it was like. I was like, oh, bro, like I haven't seen this kind of lineup in a while. You get what I mean? Yeah. They played he didn't play defensive, but he played where we can hit on the counter and it worked. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We played 5-3-2. You get what I mean? So we played that way. That 3 in the back, the left back and the right back, a little bit. Midfield was really like we played Tallis. He had the debut. I thought Tallis had a very good game as a left back. You get what I mean? I think he's an actual proper left back. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as much as he attacks, he's a good defender.
Yeah, he runs back as well. Yeah.
Sultan Zabe had an amazing game against PSG. He shut down Neymar and Mbappe. Him and Wan-Bissaka had an amazing game in defense. So I think if we are to get a result, our defense is supposed to be solid against Chelsea. Like Twin Zebe has to be in that position. You get what I mean? I don't know what's been happening with Pogba, but coming off the bench the past 2 games and him providing assists, like I don't want him to be like a super sub, but he's performing. He's having a good game. I still don't understand. We spent 45 million on Van der Beek, and we still haven't started him.
I think now he'll be starting.
Hopefully,
maybe because you have a few injuries. First of all, Anthony Martial is suspended.
Still has the red card.
Cavani is not going to start.
Yet. He might because he missed the PSG game, but he's been training with the first team.
No, but they're saying that he still needs a few more days before he's ready, so he's not totally fit just yet.
Well, there's still a couple more days till the actual game anyway.
There is. You're right. Maybe he might. We might see an appearance off the bench for Cavani.
Exactly.
Mason Greenwood has also got a bit of a knock.
Yeah, but also Mason Greenwood has been. I seen a report today that he's been told about his discipline, about his commitment and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
That he's had a lapse of concentration. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where he's late and whatnot, and he's been reminded of his responsibilities. You get what I mean? Like he's a very, very bright young talent.
Yeah.
Right, but he's also young, so that's why I think that Cavani role will help him. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Seeing like a high-profile finisher come into the team, and if Cavani's actually good, like he does have an effect on United. I think that can wear off on Greenwood as well. You get what I mean? Play that mental role.
I agree. If he can play the Zlatan role to Pogba when Zlatan came in 2016, I think it was 17.
Yeah, 16. It was 16, 17.
Yeah, and it really had a positive influence on Paul Pogba.
Yes.
Also, I want to add Harry Maguire's injured too. He's done
his hammy.
Yes.
No, but I thought we played very well without him. You get what I mean? And I think he does need that rest. I feel like he's just gotten to the point where, everything's finally caught up to him. You get what I mean?
I agree.
Like not much of a preseason, not much of a break, and then fully back into it. All the drama he's been through. Like he hasn't had time to just sit back, relax, recover.
100%.
So I think this rest will be good for him. I think he'll come back better because it wasn't that he was doing bad for us. Like last season, he was very, very good. Like it's just that he never had that proper centre back partnership to help him out. Lindelof is just
well, Lindelof played against PSG. How was
he done well? He done well. I thought they'd done well. I thought they'd done well. Also,
do you reckon we might see a similar lineup against Chelsea?
Bro, I think so. I think the way to go to it is the same way, like a 5-3-2, because you could make that all of a sudden, instead of a 5-man defense, it can go into a 3 and then a 5-man midfield. You
That's
get what
true.
I mean?
That is very true.
Which is really good because then you can have Tallis running up and down. I feel instead of Fred, you could put Van der Beek there, and instead of McTominay, you can put Pogba.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That will work.
Also, I also feel, I know we're talking about United a lot. We'll get to Chelsea, but I also feel that David De Gea, his performances the past couple of games have very, very improved to what some of his performances were last season. I thought he had a really good game against PSG, done some very good saves, the ones like that we were used to. You get what I mean?
I think he's been good since the 6-1 thrashing. After the 6-1 thrashing, he's picked up his performance.
Yeah, I think I will move to Chelsea. Lampard's confirmed that Mendy will be their number one.
Yeah, he's back.
One goalkeeper.
He's back. He's back in training. He's back from his injury. Chelsea has a full fit squad.
Yeah, but they have to perform. You get what I mean? Just because everyone's fit, they haven't had really time to gel. I think Ziyech will start.
Yeah.
Right? But they can't play the way they played against West Brom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like they were good. They were good against the first 20 minutes.
Or Southampton.
Southampton. Even West Brom, they can't even play the way they played against West Brom. You get what I mean?
That's true.
They can't play that way. You get what I mean? Because this is a top 6 team. Like, I know United are in a bit of a form, but at the end of the day, when you say top 6 teams, you always mention United. You get what I mean?
100%.
So, you get what I mean? They have to, like, if they're sloppy, like both teams, if we're sloppy, Chelsea will make us pay for it. They did that last season in the FA. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We're very sloppy, and then they've punished us, right?
Yeah.
But we can also do the same to them. You get what I mean? I think Rashford has found form as well. Again, Rashford has found form, which is really good.
It's only been one game. What, Newcastle?
Oh, no,
Newcastle. PSG as well. He scored against PSG.
Exactly. That's
so
what
he
I'm
has.
saying.
Yeah. Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. Who will be the front three to play for Man United now with Martial suspended?
Here, give me a sec. Let me try and figure.
Because Martial played against PSG and scored that own goal.
Yeah, but see, Martial hasn't been like, even though he played against PSG, he didn't really show anything like impressive. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he missed the own goal and whatnot. They could play a 4-2-3-1, the way we played against Newcastle.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, I think if we are to go at it against this Chelsea team, who again are still they are very, like, on their day, if all their players are on form, they could be good. But I think the 5-3-2 is the way to go. So you can put maybe start Cavani,
Maybe.
If not,
what about Igalo? You reckon Igalo might start?
Yeah, well, you could put Igalo. You could also put Mata in.
That's true. Mata can play. Yeah.
You could also put Mata in. You get what I mean? Daniel James could also sit there in that position, even though, it won't be a good. It could be. You never know.
Could be a good pairing with him and Cavani.
But I'd do the same kind of format that we did against PSG.
That's actually a good tactic that Ole used against PSG.
Exactly. But also Chelsea are dangerous. But I don't know, man. I can never go against my boys. So I'm going for a. I'll go for a 2-1 United win.
2-1 United win.
Just because I know Chelsea are still dangerous. Like Warner had a good game against. Warner had a good game against Southampton. 2 goals, 1 assist.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean. Just we'll see what happens. But I think that. 3 midfield has to be Van de Beek, Pogba, Fernandes.
Bruno. Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because on paper, that's a very, very strong midfield.
That's true. I agree.
It's a very strong, very, very strong midfield. And if they're on form, if they play the way they've been playing, it's a very creative midfield also. You get what I mean?
I agree.
Because when Van de Beek came on last week against Newcastle, he done very well, started providing assists.
Yeah.
Bruno started attacking, had very good game.
Exactly. It allowed Bruno to get up, to get forward
to
more
have
often.
that creative, to have that to the freedom, and then we opened up. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm going for a United 2-1 win.
I think Chelsea. I mean, yes, they drew against Southampton, but first half they were dominating that. And the way Werner's been playing, like you mentioned, and now Kai Havertz is sort of, getting used to the Premier League now. He did make a couple of errors last game against Southampton, but I think Chelsea will be a bit too strong. But they need to sort out the defense. I don't think Kurt Zuma is their best defender.
But who are you going to replace him with?
Look, Thiago Silva.
Thiago, yeah. But the last time Thiago played, he's getting old. Do you think he can contain a 21-year-old Marcus Rashford? You get what I mean?
That's what I said. This is what I said when Thiago Silva first came in.
You get what I mean? With the pace and whatnot. You've seen how we played against West Brom.
People were telling me how he came from a team that were finalists in the Champions League. He's a champion and whatnot. He's won so many titles.
But PSG in League, you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know, I know, but also PSG had other defenders like Kimpembe, like Marquinhos.
I like Kimpembe.
I like Kimpembe too. I like him as well. It wasn't just Thiago Silva, but I feel like Thiago Silva should be retiring, to be honest.
Well, he might soon. Because I don't know. I feel Christensen is too slow.
Yep.
Christensen's too slow. I feel like he's very awkward on the ball.
Yeah, and Kurt Zuma is too error prone for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yes, they sort out that problem with Kepa being replaced by Mendy.
Yeah.
But we haven't really seen Mendy to judge. You get what I mean?
That's
he had
true.
that one game.
He
had that one game against Palace, but that he didn't have to do anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he made one save, I think.
He made
one save.
That's it. So I'm going for a United 2-1 win.
I'm gonna say Chelsea 3-1.
3.
Okay. I'm going with my head, not with my heart.
We'll move on to the next one. We've talked about this game for a while, but that's our mad about football game of the week.
Okay.
Liverpool, Sheffield United.
My boys.
Back at Anfield.
Well, as everyone knows, we don't have Van Dijk.
Mm-hmm.
And Alisson won't be back until the West Ham game, which is the game after the week after this.
Yeah. So Matip is injured. Matip is injured. Yes.
Matip
is injured. Thiago is injured. I don't know if he's going to come back.
He is here. Well, we don't know yet. He's currently being assessed, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But he should be back in a couple of days. So we don't know if he's going to feature in the starting lineup or he might come off the bench. But we are struggling. We are struggling for fitness at the moment. A lot of our players are injured, like Chamberlain, Van Dijk with the ACL. Or
Van Dijk. We won't. Yeah, I've seen reports that he might need a full knee reconstruction. Which, if it does, you don't even know if it'll be the same defender once he gets back. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
You get what I mean?
Exactly. I'm just wishing him a speedy recovery.
But see, I've sent you the memes and whatnot. What annoys me about this whole Van Dijk thing is that the way everyone's rid on it. You get what I mean? Half your supporters have act like he's died. You get what I mean?
Dude, I don't think there are supporters. I think that is trolls, honestly.
But I've seen it. You get what I mean? I think the way they've gone about it, like Klopp was like, "Oh, we'll wait for him. Like when your husband goes into jail, we'll wait. We'll be his wife waiting for him outside of jail. Like, relax, bro. Like, players get injured. Unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but it happens. It happens.
It does happen,
what I
and
mean?
and it's a massive injury as well. And
It's a massive blow.
Not a
You
lot
get
of
what I mean?
players, not a lot of players do their ACL. Or we don't even know what it is at the moment. So they're saying it could be.
They're saying it's either ACL or much worse.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I think,
our defense is looking a bit shaky, especially now with Matip. Matip looks like he's made out of glass or something because he played one game and he's already injured. Naby Keita is injured, even though I don't really.
I thought he had coronavirus.
He did.
He had corona.
Yeah. He did have
He
corona.
had corona.
So,
He wasn't injured.
He had corona. Even though I know, when we first bought Naby Keita, I was excited to see him play.
Yeah, well, he hasn't really performed for years. Yeah.
No, he hasn't. Now that he's been here for over a season, I haven't really seen much of Naby Keita. He's had a few good games, but it's just
he's been mostly injured.
It's just too little. Yeah, he has been injured a lot. I don't know too much about Sheffield United, but I do know that John Fleck is injured and Les Mousset is also injured for Sheffield United. Mm-hmm. So they don't have much going forward. So I'm pretty confident that we will come away with a victory.
Yeah, I feel even though yous are going through a bit of an injury crisis at the moment, yous will still be too dominant for Sheffield, right? Yeah. And it's at Anfield. Yous haven't lost a game at a Premier League game at Anfield in over 2 years, right? So that's a massive. You get what I mean? That's a massive stat. I don't think Sheffield will be the ones to do it.
You know what I mean? They're not looking like the team of last season.
We mention it every week that they haven't performed. So I'm going for a Liverpool win, obviously. I'll go 2-0.
2-0. That's
2-0.
Very, very conservative.
I think with Mane's been good.
Salah's
been good.
Very good.
Salah's always been good. I like him.
Yeah.
Firmino, I feel Firmino needs to get better.
Yeah, I agree. I was just going to say that. I was going to say I'm hoping Firmino can get on the score sheet. Mm-hmm. And go from strength to strength. And
do you think his confidence gone though?
Yeah, I feel like his confidence. Not only his confidence, I feel like watching him last game against Everton. His pace has gone down a little bit. He used to be that menacing pressing forward where he used to menace the centre backs, to chase the ball wherever it goes. He hasn't been doing that recently. And he used to force errors on the defenders when he used to do that. But I feel like his pace has gone down a little bit. So or could be a fitness issue. I'm not quite sure. Like we've been saying, none of the teams have had a pre-season yet, and that's having a negative effect on the players.
But we're 6 weeks in. You get what I mean? If you're not fit now, that's a problem.
That's true. But they haven't had a proper break.
Yeah. But I don't know. So I think I don't know if it's that he's won the titles. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
he's won the titles. He has nothing else to prove. You get what I mean?
Maybe it could be why his ambition was gone. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's like, what else do I have to prove? I've won the Prem. I've won Champions League. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. You get what I mean?
You could be right. But of course, Klopp. That's Klopp's job, and he'll sort it out. I'm going to go for a Liverpool win, of course. I think Liverpool will win 4-0.
Big response.
We might see a penalty here, of course, I reckon.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Southampton, Everton.
Everton's been in very good form. Of course, they're going to be missing Seamus Coleman for this game. They're right
and Richarlison. And
Richarlison with the stupid tackle.
A very, very dangerous, very dirty, intentional tackle. Right?
I have a slight feeling that Ancelotti told his boys to go out there and hurt.
I don't think
the players.
he told them to go out and hurt. I think he told them to go out there and be aggressive.
Yeah,
But I just think the players were like, you know what? If I can't get the ball, I'm gonna get the player. You know, I'm gonna clean up either. You know what I mean? I don't think Ancelotti is that kind of coach. You get what I mean? But I think the players, they were like they were hungry for it, but in like a not a good way. You get
Not
what
a
I mean?
positive way. Yeah.
Not a positive way. Like, if you really want it, you play attacking football, you force errors, you score goals. You don't just play really dirty.
That's
you know,
true.
that game at some points reminded me, I don't know if you remember, what was it, 2-3 seasons ago, Chelsea Tottenham, where Tottenham were playing very dirty. Like, they were playing every challenge, they would go very dangerous, very dangerous. I think there was 2 red cards, 11 yellows that game.
Wow.
Back in it was 3 years ago, something like that.
I probably didn't watch it.
Yeah, but I remember because Spurs were going in every challenge, they were going in very dirty. You get what I mean?
Okay.
There was some very dirty challenges. But I also think that Richarlison has a bit of a lack of discipline also.
He's still young.
He's still young, but he still needs to have that discipline. Like, that's the same with what we're saying about Greenwood. You know what I mean? They have to have that discipline.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
To play for the top side, you do have to have that.
Southampton are dangerous. You know, they might not be in form, but they are dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
And they're more than capable of scoring a couple of goals.
Exactly. They're more capable. They are still capable of beating this Everton team. You get what I mean?
I want to just mention because Theo Walcott is on loan to Southampton, he can't be facing his parent club.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's just a rule that they have. That it's in the contract. It's always been there. When a player goes on loan, and that player is facing their parent club, he is not allowed to play. It's part of the contract.
Really?
Yeah. It's just so it prevents that player from letting them score or whatever. Like.
Oh, good. I'm going, but I don't know. I reckon it'll be a good game.
What's your prediction?
I'm going an Everton 3-2 win.
Oh, that's actually a good prediction.
I think, again, this is like the Aston Villa Leeds game. They're both attacking teams.
Yeah.
They're both very attacking teams.
That's true.
But also, they always have laps of like defense, laps of like games. You get what I mean? Judgments.
Yeah.
So I'm going for a 3-2 win.
I reckon they're not going to be as lethal going up, Everton, because of Richarlison not being there.
You reckon? Yep.
Yeah, because Richarlison gives them that pace on the left-hand side, and I'm not too sure who's going to replace him, to be honest. I think maybe Iwobi might come in.
Maybe.
For me, I reckon it might be a draw. I reckon it's going to be 2-2. Yeah.
Well, you see Everton's form starting to drop.
Not really, because we know of Liverpool's quality, anyways. It's not about their form dropping. I reckon because of Richarlison, he gives them something extra. He gives them that pace to go forward and be dangerous on the left hand side. Because of his suspension, I think they're not going to be as good as they will be with him on the team, of course.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, for that game.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to our next game: Wolves versus Newcastle.
This is a battle of the inconsistent teams, but Wolves did come off with a 1-0 win last game,
which was very lucky for them.
It was a very lucky game.
Very lucky for them. Questionable if Jimenez should have even been on the field to score the goal.
Yes, actually, Jimenez done that lash out with
yeah, exactly. So it was questionable if he should have been on the field to get the goal.
He did that like 90th minute anyways. So the goal was already standing. Like the goal was already.
Was it?
Yeah, the goal was already there.
All good.
Newcastle.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So I was going to say Wolves have a full fit squad.
About time.
Looks like Semedo is back to full.
Gonna finally show up. Yep.
Yeah. And Newcastle, if I can find them. Newcastle's goalkeeper Carl Darlow is injured.
He done very well against us. He stopped a lot of shots. He stopped a lot of shots and whatnot. But towards the end, we were just too dominant. You know, he could have only done so much.
Yeah, he's a very good goalkeeper. He performed also against Tottenham. Tottenham had 23 shots and 12 on target. This guy was like a cat.
Yeah, but as much as they are inconsistent, I see Wolves being too strong. You get what I mean? Yeah. I see Wolves being too strong. You know, you just said Newcastle's main keeper out. I'm going for a 3-0 Wolves win.
It's not just Newcastle's main goalkeeper out. Also, the number 2 goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka, is also out as well. So they're gonna play the number 3 keeper, which I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
So I feel like it'll be a Wolves win. So you're going 2-0 for Wolves?
Nah, 3.
3-0 for Wolves? Yeah. I think it's gonna be. I think Nuno is going to tell his players just shoot on sight, and I think it might end up being 3, maybe even more, maybe even 5-0. I'm gonna go for a 4-1.
4-1. Wow.
4-1 to Wolves.
Wow.
We'll see how we go with that prediction.
All right, we'll move on to the next one, which is also a good game. Arsenal Leicester.
Arsenal Leicester is going to be a very good game. This was also like a match of the week contender.
Yeah, it would have been. But also news broke out yesterday that Mesut Ozil has not been included in Arsenal's 25-player man squad.
Yeah. The player registration has not included Mesut Ozil and Mesut Ozil.
Does that mean he still earns 350k a week?
Of course he does. Yeah, it's part of his contract.
Yeah. Which in my opinion, yes, Mesut Ozil hasn't played, but I feel there aren't 25 Arsenal players that are better than him.
Look, there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we have no idea about. Everyone can say that Ozil's, he's been hard done by, or he hasn't been shown loyalty. But then there's no such thing as loyalty in football anymore. Yeah,
that's what he said. Yeah, he came out with the statement. It's very hard to come by loyalty.
Yeah,
and then Arteta also, I just seen in his press conference, he was like, he's had enough opportunities to display display himself.
Yeah,
and us dropping him out of the 25-man squad is something I feel calm about. Arteta's against it. So I'm very sure if
Ozil was performing in training or was coming to training and not playing Fortnite or whatnot, Arteta would want his star man on the pitch.
Well, not even on the pitch, like even on the bench. But you haven't even seen him on the bench in a while.
Exactly. We all know that Ozil wants to move. Like he wants to move, but he wants also to get paid for it, I guess, or whatever. But he does. There's been rumors saying that he wants to move to Turkey.
Yeah. So I reckon most likely in January he'll be gone.
Yeah, I think January. I think he's gonna run his contract down.
Yeah, but
and next season he'll leave.
I think Arsenal will be wanting to offload him in January. You know what I mean? They want to get him off their books. You know what I mean?
They want him off the books
because it's 350k.
Exactly.
Leicester with some big injuries. Sianchu out.
Yep, Jamie Vardy is out. He's missing the Europa League game, but they're saying
tonight.
Yeah, but they're saying that he should be okay for the Arsenal game. So we don't know.
Well then, yeah.
We don't know whether he's going to start or whether he'll be on the bench. So that'll be interesting to see if Vardy starts.
Arsenal for me, go on.
Wilfred Ndidi as well is also injured, and there's no return date yet for his groin, hip, pelvic injury.
Yeah. For me, Arsenal have to start playing attacking football. Right?
I don't think we're going to see it yet. Not against Leicester anyway.
But see, they have to start showing it. You get what I mean? They've made all these signings. They've brought players in not to sit defensive. You get what I mean?
But they haven't really brought any attacking players. All the players that they've brought in, including Partey is a holding midfielder. He's like a Vieira type of player.
Yeah.
And the other two players they brought in were defenders, like Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes.
Williams is an attacker.
Yeah, Williams is an attacker, but we haven't really seen anything from him yet since the Fulham game. Pepe started to show some glimpses.
But see, just because he scored one goal doesn't mean he's showing glimpses. He cost them a record signing, 72 million. You know what I mean?
That's true.
James Rodriguez has already equaled his tally.
Yeah, and he came for free.
Exactly. And he's only been here 6 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Pepe's been here a year and a half now. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I feel Arsenal have sort of like cleaned up their defense, right? It's not that they don't have attacking. They're one of the clubs that have very young attacking players. You know what I mean?
Not only that, I rate their attacking players very, very highly.
Very
I reckon
highly.
they have one of the best strikers in the Premier League with
exactly. Aubameyang,
and Aubameyang.
But unfortunately, Aubameyang has been out of form recently.
He has.
You know what I mean? He's been very quiet. He's been very quiet the past past 3 games. You get what I mean?
I think Aubameyang is suffering from new contract syndrome.
Well, I think he's said to himself, I've got it. Like I've got my new contract. I've performed. I don't need to display how good I am anymore. You get what I mean?
I don't think it's like that at all. I reckon Aubameyang's got a good mentality where he wants to improve every week and score goals, especially for Arsenal.
But again, Arsenal have the likes of Pepe, Lacazette, Martinelli, Saka, Aubameyang to play that attacking balls. To play attacking,
they do. I mean? But at the moment, I feel Arteta hasn't yet developed that attacking formation that he will implement in the future.
How long does he need? You get what I mean?
That's true.
How long does he need?
I don't know.
Because he's brought in all these players. He's had all this time now. So he's had sufficient enough time. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And I feel like if he doesn't start performing, he's going to start getting criticized.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because he's been long enough.
I feel like if Arteta maybe plays a similar formation to the way Man United played against PSG, like
the 5-3-2,
they can easily have a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2 with Aubameyang and Lacazette leading the lines.
Also, Tini should be back this week. Also,
let me have a look.
Because he had the coronavirus.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So he should be back.
Yep. Ceballos has got an ankle injury, and he's missing the Europa League match tonight, but he might be coming back for the Leicester game. Rob Holding is injured, and he won't be back till next month. Same with Callum Chambers. He's out for the next 2 months.
We'll also go back to Leicester. I feel Leicester, Sionchu is a big loss for them.
Yeah, huge loss.
Very, very big loss for them. Yeah. Hopefully, if Vardy doesn't come back, we don't know, because we don't know if Vardy will play the Arsenal game. Exactly. Because that could be a massive factor, because Vardy is very, very dangerous. Yeah. You know, I think at the moment, Vardy is probably one of the best strikers in the league. With Aubameyang's dip of form, I think Vardy is one of the best players in the league because he's performing. Those goals against City were very nice goals.
If you want to talk at the moment, I think Harry Kane's the best striker in the league.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I don't know, but I'm saying up there is Vardy.
Oh yeah, well he was last year's.
He'll be top. He's top 3 at the moment.
Yeah,
he's top 3 at the moment.
Yeah,
right. He's top 3 at the moment. I want to say a Leicester win, but I don't know if Vardy's playing.
Exactly, because Vardy's a major factor with Leicester winning or not.
Factor. Exactly. Because they don't have any high profile striker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, who they're going to bring on? Islam Slimani,
yeah.
Nacho. They're not good enough in my opinion.
Exactly. So that's why I don't know. You know what I mean? I want to say Leicester, but I'm going to go an Arsenal 2-1 win.
I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. 2-1 for you, Arsenal win?
Yeah, I'm saying a 2-1 win Arsenal, but off the books, if Vardy plays, I'm saying it's a Leicester win.
Fair enough.
You got what I mean?
I'm going to go with a draw. I reckon it'll be 1-1.
But again, I feel that yes, Arteta's done amazingly since he's come in. He's transformed the team really good, but it's time he starts showing it more. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel. Do you know what I feel it is? I feel it's his inexperience.
That's
true. What I mean?
That's true.
Yes. He was Pep's assistant manager.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Pep made the calls. You get what I mean?
That's quite true. I do agree with you there.
Coming into such a big team like Arsenal, there's a lot of weight with that. You get what I mean? There's a lot of weight. He's been backed by their board, which is rare from Arsenal, right? Which is rare from Arsenal. He spent the money in summer, the transfer. Yeah. It's time, they start performing, because I feel if they don't get Champions League, it's time for Arteta to be criticised.
I don't think this squad is good enough for Champions League.
Yeah, but that's they won't win the league, obviously. But this is a team that could qualify for Champions League. You get what I mean?
On paper, yes, but then you've got in this, apart from Manchester and Liverpool, you have 6 other teams in the league who can qualify for 4th place, including Everton, Tottenham, Arsenal, Manchester United.
But see, for
Wolves and Leicester, that's 7 teams.
But see, I don't think Everton, Wolves, Leicester have the depth that Arsenal might have going down the long run. You get what I mean?
But also, Arsenal don't have the depth in midfield also to try and compete and get 4th. No, they don't.
Reckon?
They've only added Partey. They've got El Neni, Partey, Ceballos. Who else?
Shaka.
That's 4 players.
Shaka. No, they have other defenders.
Midfield. I'm saying midfield. Not defenders. Have got 9 players.
Sorry, midfield defenders. Sorry, let me. Martinelli's out till December. Mustafi's out. Oh no.
They might want to bring in Maitland-Niles to play central. They can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But also Ceballos is another player who's just on loan. He's not a permanent Arsenal player.
I don't know. I think they can't go the way they went last season. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
The way they barely got Europa because they won the FA. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Also for half of the season, not half this, for the first 3 or 4 months of the season, they were run by Unai Emery, and Unai Emery got sacked. And they're bringing Ljungberg, who was an Arsenal legend, and then Ljungberg, I don't know what happened to him. I think he got stood down, or maybe he left.
He was only interim. He was only interim until they found a manager. But now he's part of the coaching squad for Arteta.
Yeah.
Ljungberg, right?
Yeah.
I liked Ljungberg because he was the one that he was the one that actually dropped Ozil.
You
get what I mean?
Yeah.
When Ozil came off and he full kicked his gloves and whatnot, he was angry and whatnot. He had that full hissy fit, right?
Yeah.
And Lundberg's was like, none of my players will ever do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel, but Arteta has to be, if he doesn't perform, if they barely scrape Europa, I feel Arteta has to be criticised. I'm not saying he has to go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he has to be judged on the season, right? Because if Ole was like that, if Ole, Jose, Lampard, any of the big six teams, Pep played like that.
Look at Lampard's spending compared to Solskjaer's and Arteta's spending. Mm-hmm. Lampard has spent over £250 million.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying with the form they're playing, if Ole played the way Arsenal would play, he'd be very criticised, Apparently, but Ole has the past 36 games. He has one of the no, it's not the best. Wait, I have a photo of it. I had a photo of it. I thought it was a very good stat. If I can find it. A manager's job is to win games or get the most amount of points as possible. So the last 31 games, the win percentage, Ole has a 68% win percentage.
Nice.
Klopp has a 58%. Lampard has a 52%, right?
Okay.
In the loss category, Klopp has a 29%, Lampard 32%, and Solskjaer with a 13%, right? So you go off those stats. Who do you think the man in the media is that he's going to lose his job, or he's only got 5 games to save his career? You get what I mean?
Yeah, that's an interesting stat.
You told me the other day that you read a rumor that Bruno said that Ole's lost the club room, the change room. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But it's just media. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, I feel certain managers are only criticized because of the clubs that they manage. You get what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. What do you say?
We've been rambling on for a bit too long.
I would get. Boils.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. Brighton versus West Brom.
Yes, which Brighton have signed Danny Welbeck, which is a good pickup for them. I think it helps Mopay as well.
Yeah. It will give Mopay a bit of a rest. If Welbeck can stay fit, I think he'll be very good. And it will be interesting to see how he will play with Brighton. The way they're playing now, they've been playing some very good football. I like the way they've been playing. They've just been very unlucky. I think Brighton should be in the top half by now. They should have been in the top half with the way they've been playing. They've been very unlucky against Man United. Hitting the woodwork like 5 times.
5 times? No, it was 5 times. Yes.
And they were unlucky against Chelsea as well. Because I think they played very well against Chelsea. It's just
very well. They've been playing very well against all the teams that they've come up against.
That's true. Even Crystal Palace last week, and they've just been.
Unlucky. It was exactly like last week. If they didn't get a point, that it would have been a very devastating loss. Yeah. Because they had the upper hand mostly all game. You get what I mean?
Yeah. So
has a muscle injury also, so he's doubtful.
So he's always got some sort of injury, doesn't he?
Lallana's back though. I'm pretty sure.
But they've got Lewis Dunk is suspended for that stupid tackle on.
Very stupid tackle. See, I rewatched it.
Who was it? Who did he tackle?
I don't know, but I watched it and it was so dumb. It was an unnecessary challenge. You get what I mean?
I agree.
Especially it was in the Palace box, but still, it was a very stupid, very dangerous challenge. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
West Brom need to need to start getting performances also. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yes, they've been playing good, but they haven't been getting results.
That's true. Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We both predicted West Brom to get relegated this season.
Yeah.
And if they want to change our minds, you know, they've got to start getting games. So I'm going for a Brighton 2-0 win.
I'm with you on this one too. I agree. I think Brighton's going to be too strong for them. Even though with Lewis Dunk out with the red card suspension, I think Brighton has enough quality about them to get the 3 points. I want to have a look if Welbeck is injured or not.
He's got a muscle.
It doesn't say that he's injured on this list.
No, well, I seen on Foot Mob said he's got a muscle injury.
No worries then. Also, Lallana is back in the squad, so it'll be interesting to see.
Which also, when they played against Chelsea, Lallana dictated that midfield. You get what I mean?
First half, he done very, very well. Yeah.
Very, very well because he played through Lamptey. Lamptey had a very good game. Mopay also.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So they're very attacking. They're very good.
Also, if Welbeck can be more of a clinical striker, it will help Brighton because Brighton's creative play have been very good creating chances,
but not scoring.
Their problems have been lack of clinical
goals,
strikers.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it'd be good to see if Welbeck can add, that experience in the central forward role. I reckon Brighton's going to be too strong for West Brom as well. I'm going to go for, 2-0. 2-0 seems like a fair result.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that leaves us
on to the last game, Burnley versus Tottenham.
Oh, Burnley's been shocking this season.
Tottenham have been very good. Unfortunate for the last game where they were 3-0 up and then they drew 3-3.
Yeah.
I feel Jose will pump him for that. You get what I mean? He doesn't want that same performance. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Bale will start this week. Are they playing Europa tonight? Yes, they are, aren't they?
They are playing Europa.
They are playing Europa.
They've got a few injuries as well. They've got Eric Dyer is out with a thigh injury.
Really?
Yeah, he's not going to play the Europa game, but he could be playing for the Burnley game.
Yeah. He's out only for a few days. Yeah.
And
then also, they've got Tanganga.
Yeah, and also Lo Celso and Lamela, but they're back. I think they'll be back playing against for the Europa game. Burnley has got a few players. Jack Cork is out with an ankle and foot injury, and Matthew Lowton and Ben Mee are also out. So that means Dwight McNeil is back. Dwight McNeil is a decent player for Burnley, but they haven't been good enough.
Exactly. We again, like what I said about West Brom, we predicted Burnley to go down.
Yeah.
I don't think they made the proper signings in the areas they needed. I think bar the West Ham game, I think Tottenham have been playing some very, very good football. Right, They've been playing some very good attacking football, and I think again they'll be way too strong for Burnley. I think Kane now dropping off into that 10 position and letting Son be that the front striker, the last man striker, has worked out very well for them because I feel Kane's thing is he'll sit back, he'll win the ball in midfield, he'll chip the ball over the defense, and he'll let Son with his pace run onto it. You get what I mean? That's how he got his 4 against Southampton, and he could have gotten more as well. He bombed the ball over the defenders. Son with his pace ran through, and he's 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Bale will also bring out that another creative attacking outfit, hopefully for them. You never know with Bale. But again, I think Tottenham will be too strong for Burnley. I'm going 3-0 Tottenham win.
Nice. I was going to say the same thing too. I was going to say 3-0. I was going to say 3-0 to Spurs. Hopefully this time they don't bottle it like they did last.
I think Burnley unfortunately they're a much weaker team than West Ham.
Yeah, I don't think they've got enough about them to stay up this season. I think this is Burnley's season to go down. Unfortunately, I like Sean Dyche, but it's
I like him, but
it's time. Year after year they've been just scraping through. Even though last season they finished in a good position. They finished 10th or 11th. But the years prior to that, they've just been scraping through and they've been getting Premier League money, but with nothing to show for it. They haven't been using that money wisely. They just haven't been up to it. They haven't been up to the standard to stay in the league.
Exactly. And again, they haven't signed players in the areas they've needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the injuries have gone too much for them. And I think it'll be very, very lucky if they get a result.
Yeah, well, against Spurs as well, especially this week after the West Ham game, you'd expect Spurs to come out flying.
Exactly.
So that is our predictions for week 6.
Week 6, very good. Some very good games. Hopefully more goals as previous weeks. You get what I mean?
Definitely.
Hopefully more goals. It'll be good to see how these teams play. You know what I mean?
All right, it's getting late now. We should call this video off. We've been rambling on for far too long.
I know, we've been doing a lot of talking in specific games. You know what I mean? But
all right.
It's getting better.
Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes,
and we'll see you guys next time.
Safe. Yeah.
See you later.